Hey there, welcome back to Babel.
The third stage is taken from a stone pillar of ancient Egypt, the Obelisk. Who received the pharaoh's praise upon the capstone? These stone shafts will make anyone who attempts to climb them lose their footing. Go forth and use your expertise and intuition to forge a path.
There we go.
I'm not a fan of this level. It takes 5 gold medals on normal or hard to unlock, and I'm glad they chose this quote, because seriously, F this level.
Stage 3, the Obelisk. There he is, Vincent Brooks. Babel has broken the spirit of many a man. What will Babel be offering us tonight? And away they go. The Babel challenge is on.
Before we start, I'll show you a few ways you can fail at this level. For a start, mystery blocks are here, and they turn into bombs, which is always terrible. Yes. Just like the latter stages of the Imperial, this level can screw you over in so many ways. This is by far my least favourite of Babel levels. Oh, that was kind of my screw up, but all the same. Bomb. What the hell?
Pause. New record.
There's monster blocks too. Watch this carefully. It's weird. I have a cunning plan for a while, but then the monster block drops me a climb up, and I don't know how things like that happen. The final tricky part of this, ice. Really should have been watching where I was going there.
The time to be dead.
3, 2, 1, 5.
Here we go though.
Show us today.
This stage is a fine 250 blocks tall, or
The
thereabouts.
third stage.
It is by far the most difficult of the Babel stages, I believe. Even more difficult than Axis Mundi. Purely because of that ridiculous random factor.
New record. New record.
These parts are initially tricky, but a bit of practice will get you through them. Just kind of like always look for the most simplest way up that, above all else, avoids the bombs.
New record. Is 20th step.
Push the bombs out of your way every opportunity.
New record.
And then climb up these. Climb up on the icy side of patterns like this. That'll help you avoid bombs as well.
New record. New record.
Just be careful to not run about on the ice. Many a time it's been positioned in this level to make you fall to your death. Pulling out that block was necessary to pull this other block out so I could get up this way without causing a collapse.
New record. New record.
For some reason I decided to dispose of this bomb block, even though I don't actually need to. But better safe than sorry, I think.
New record. New record.
And now we're coming to the part where mystery blocks start to appear. They can, as you saw in the little previews there, they can be absolutely disastrous on this stage.
New record.
If you have the opportunity not to hit them, definitely try.
New record.
They do turn into most kinds of blocks. By far, bombs are going to be the biggest problem that you get with mystery blocks.
New record.
But sometimes you just can't avoid it. Sometimes you just need to
New record.
see what they are and test them and hope that they're not going to be something that totally screws you over.
New record. New record.
I do not like it when mystery blocks turn into cracked blocks like that. It can cause such big problems because your first thought with mystery blocks is, hey, they could be a spike. I'd better jump off it as soon as I stand on it. If it's a cracked block, then you're kind of wasting one of your 2 chances to actually stand on the cracked block in that case. Which can get problematic. Because in order to pass over that crash block, you're going to have to stand on it again. And when you do, it'll break. Not sure what I'm doing here. This does not need dropping. What I need to do is actually start finding a way to ascend the left hand side here. Drop it a little bit and this will fit nicely and I can ascend. Working around this bomb is a little bit tricky, I think. Yeah, I end up going up the left hand side here instead and collapsing it by pushing out the bomb. Which works nicely.
New record.
Drop this again. Definitely want to avoid these large bombs.
He's gone up 70 steps. New record. New record. New record. New record. New record.
Drop that side and then drop this other side again carefully, and there's an easy way up here.
New record.
Do a little bit of the swing out.
New record. New record. New record.
I like this solution, just push the 2 bombs
By itself.
and that'll drop one side which you can use to climb up.
New record. New record.
These sections seem to appear quite often with this tall stack here that you can drop.
New record. New record. New record.
Now starting to see the return of monster blocks. We've come to a section of the level that is fixed, thankfully. So, unfortunately, like other stages, this fixed part of the level is not an easy part of the level. The sheer number of mystery blocks and monster blocks here can be an enormous pain.
New record. New record. New record.
You really do want to take every opportunity you can to kill off any monster blocks you encounter, just so they'll stop being so unpredictable. So that one's been quite helpful because it's gone and supported the stage better than before.
New record.
There's not much you can do apart from just try your luck with these mystery blocks.
New record. New record. New
I've been fairly lucky so far, though I'm going to be beset by bombs quite a bit in this level. Like that. That was a mistake.
record. New record. Just hit 110. New record.
The good news is the level has become a bit wide at this point, which means there's always a surplus of blocks that you can try and use to ascend. We've now come to a section where the tower is split into 2. It's going to stay like this for a while, and that's an awful lot of bombs to have to deal with.
New record.
My God. I'm going to push this over and then drop the entire tower.
New record. New record.
We're going to come towards large clumps of trap blocks, an increasing number of bomb blocks, and occasionally a nice little jump block just to give us a little bit of a rest. Trampoline. Oh, that was a close thing. But I can pull these out and tornado my way down because I've got space at the bottom, and then climb back up.
New record. New record. 30 steps.
All the same, this part of the tower is starting to look a little bit unwieldy. I'm going to need to switch over to the right-hand tower pretty soon. Unfortunately, there is that gap between them. Oh, that's a nice fit. Up the left-hand side here.
New record. New record. New record.
That is also a nice fit. Avoided a little bit of a messy collapse of those falling blocks.
New record. New record.
Oh, come on. At this point, I believe I decide, screw it, I'm going over the other side. Which is really just a matter of throwing every block I can out over there. There we go.
New record.
Drop the stage again. And start my ascent.
New record. New record. New record. New record.
These monster blocks really got on my nerves. At first I figured, hey, I'll try and ascend up them, but that's really not a good idea. Especially since the right hand side here is a bit more stable.
New record. New record. New record. Step 150.
Continuing to be problematic. Definitely want to avoid that big blue bomb. Get rid of it. Here's some steps up.
New record. New record.
Safe to pull this block out and drop. Except it wasn't, because now I can't get up. A little bit of reconfiguring the tower and we're through. Get rid of the monster block.
New record. New record. New record.
Unfortunately, dropping the tower there didn't quite work.
New
It was a little bit deeper than it looked.
New record. New record.
Oh! That monster block actually being helpful for once.
That's 160 steps.
The number of monster blocks and mystery blocks is starting to intensify again.
New record.
It tends to do this once you get to about this count of steps.
New record. New record. New 170.
A significant amount of your success on this level is going to depend on just how lucky you got with the motion of the monster blocks.
New record.
Trying to make sense of things here a little bit. Drop that and it'll all nice tidally fall.
New record. New record. New record.
Not much you can do with these mystery blocks except try them out.
New record. New record. New record.
Ah, good. We can ascend without needing to test that mystery block. It would probably have been a bomb, so that's a good thing.
80 steps. Stupendous.
Nothing worse than a mystery block directly above our head. I mean, monster block.
New record. New record.
We've collapsed the right-hand side of the level a bit too much. We're going to start to need to get over to the left-hand side now.
New record. New record.
Oh, that's not good. Oh, that was a close thing. Not impossible to recover from, provided we get a little bit of luck. Just going to need to throw all the blocks over to the right hand side. So, coming up for about 4/5 done. Look at the sheer number of monster blocks here. It is ridiculous. There really is no way to practice this because the level can just change dramatically from playthrough to playthrough. But I seem to have got through. This is all looking like a bit more stable, though it's apparently collapsed a little bit in an unhelpful way.
New record.
It's not great, but it'll do. Be very careful to collapse the stage in useful ways, and you can make it through.
New record. 200 steps.
Definitely want to avoid the bomb. Let's try and work around it, but we can't just push it off because it might lead to an unsavory collapse.
New record.
So that is unfortunately perhaps inevitable.
New record.
Monster block screwed up things for me there.
New record.
There's no easy way up there. What we need to do is collapse that pillar near the middle. That means dropping that bomb block to support it, and then drop that, and that gives us a nice path up.
Move me 210 steps.
Been this excited in a while.
New record.
Here we go. 210 steps. We're very quickly coming to the end here.
New record.
And there are the unmovable blocks that signify the final puzzle. Good news is, this section is much like it was on Menhir. In fact, all they've done is they've swapped heavy blocks for ice. Just need to work up, carefully pulling out blocks and make sure we don't run out of them.
New record.
I don't know why they put the ice blocks in here. They don't really serve any purpose.
Here I go.
Fantastic.
Unbelievable. Vincent Brooks just finished the Obelisk.
Wow, this is a surprise. I was actually quite fascinated.
I am not a fan of Obelisk. This marks the second time I've completed this stage, and probably the last. I doubt I can play Altar and Menhir for fun, but I can't see myself playing Obelisk for fun. So hey, I did get a pretty good score, I guess. This really is probably the most annoying stage in the game for me. I played through this dozens of times trying to succeed for the first time. Still, I never need to play it again.